Oops. None of you could see it except for myself. I was dancing in the background, ready to hop on, but I wasn't on the screen. So, Legends, welcome to another episode of Meta Legends Live. We have a great interview going on today. Cool different dynamics of the burners and roboters. So, I'm excited. If this is your first time tuning in, stick around. We have a lot of fun things to talk about, whether it's stuff through the AMAs as well as the announcements that have happened throughout the week. A lot of cool stuff developing throughout the project. So let's jump into it. First off, just to give a little background about the project. So Meta Legends represents a collection of 12,345 legends. And these legends are categorized by their level of rarity, and they're generated with hundreds of elements, making each one of them unique. Our goal is to create a complete ecosystem, and first we're going to be developing this through the MetaConnect app. So this will be able to connect all of our community members, and you'll be able to locate each other, whether it's on a map or you're going to be able to put and display and store your NFTs, get their valuations, and a lot of other aspects to it. So much is going to be going into this app development, as well as the other part of it, which is the Meta Life. The Meta Life is our metaverse that we are working to develop now. And within the metaverse, you're going to be able to do so many things, from staking your cryptos to owning property items, exploring the Meta Legend lands. So much is in store. That's just the start of it. So, like I said, we're going to be talking through a couple of things. I'm going to start off with the weekly calendar. What do we have in store for the rest of the week? What we did, what happened in the most recent AMA, as well as we have a nice interview lined up with two very special guests, Matt Burner and Red Rabbit. If you're in the Discord, you definitely know who these two individuals are. So it's going to be great to see and listen to hear their perspectives and what they have to share with us today. And then we're going to kick it back in the lounge, see what's going on out there in the Meta Legends world, and just have fun with it. So here we go. Let's dig into the meat. Right. So the calendar right now, we are in the middle of the month of the legends. And so what is the month of the legends? It's our way as a project to give back to our community. You know, there's over 165 different prizes to be won. Lots of things that includes, from the $9,600 worth of money and Ethereum, as well as the AirPods, to the MacBook, to the ledgers. So many different things that can be won. You just need to hop into the Discord, be a holder, and participate. So lots of different aspects in that. I'm going to give you a rundown of what the calendar looks like for this week. So Monday, we had the MacBook Twitter contest launch, which was at 3 p.m. UTC. And it was exciting. We had a lot of people participating into it. We had two different ones. There was one that was open to the general public. And then we heard some feedback that, you know, this is the month of legends. And so we want to focus around our holders and our community because we appreciate them. And so the team took it upon themselves to push out another giveaway, which was more focused towards the holders, and it was also another MacBook to be won. So it was really cool to hear and see how the team is reacting and communicating with, you know, the community as a whole. They're really receptive, they're really understanding, and they're pushing so much out there into the community and out there into the project, because it all starts with you. It all starts with our strong community, our believers, our true believers, as well as them that help to bring in the new talent, the new people, and educate them as well. There's a lot of things that are going on in this community. A lot of great people that are really pushing the Meta Legends project. So it's great to just, like I said, see how receptive the team is to really wanting to make to show how special and how much we appreciate our community. So we also had the Ledger giveaway launch at 6 p.m. UTC and the activity contest results, which those were based on activity. How much did you contribute to the discussions on the Discord? Were you being interactive, playing games? That's kind of what the aspect of that kind of a contest was going on. Now, we're looking at Tuesday. It was at 2 a.m. UTC, AMA with myself. We had a good time there. And then later on that day, a little bit more of a juicier AMA with Max at 5 p.m. UTC. And there was some good information. We'll touch on that here in a moment. But just walking through the schedule, we also had the Ledger giveaway results and the Mystery Legends game launch at 7 p.m. UTC. That is going to be happening today and concluding at 7 p.m. UTC today. Or no, sorry, it concluded at 7 p.m. UTC today. So what else did we have going on? Now, that was all the things for the Tuesday. When we're looking at Wednesday, we had like I mentioned, the other MacBook Twitter contest was concluding here today. And it was great to just see everybody who would interact and was involved in that contest really pushing out the image and wanting to get involved with Meta Legends. We also had the launch of the next Twitter Meta contest, which is for the Oculus Quest 2. There are 3 of them that are being given away. So make sure you go out there to the Twitter Meta Legends NFT and follow both that account and the Meta Legends Live. Retweet the post and tag 3 friends in the comments. Make sure you do all the steps. Want to make sure everybody has a chance at winning the giveaway. And also remember, got to be a holder. Got to be a holder. All right. Then what else we got going on Wednesday? We had the Twitter contest launch, and then we have a podcast. We're having fun up here. Going to be just dropping a lot of cool information and having a fun interview. Thursday, so tomorrow, quiz day. I know a lot of the community is excited for this. I know that there are people that are prepping for these things. They definitely they start trying to anticipate some of the categories, some of the topics, and they really set their timers for when these things go off, because there's 3 different times for these quizzes. We want to make sure that we are reaching out and providing these opportunities to not just one time zone, but all the time zones around the world. We are a global project. And so we want to make sure, like I said, we're giving ample opportunity to everybody in the project. That's why we have the 3 different quizzes going on tomorrow. The first one's at 1 a.m. UTC. Then the second one is at 11 a.m. UTC. And the third one follows at 7 p.m. UTC. Hop into the Discord. Don't want to miss out. Lots of fun. That's where you can win some cool prizes. Also, Friday, moving into the weekend, we're going to have another nice AMA with myself about anything that's developed in the meantime, anything that we want to talk about, new topics, what have you. That's going to be taking place at 2 a.m. UTC on Friday. Then we're going to be providing the Twitter Meta Contest results at 6 p.m. UTC, and then launching the second Twitter Meta Contest. So, like we've been saying all month long, there is a ton of opportunities to win something, 165 different opportunities to win. So much potential. You just have to be a holder. So pick up one of your Meta Legends, go out there to OpenSea, find the ones you love, pick it up, come hop in, participate in some of these cool giveaways. That moves us into Saturday. I'm getting excited because Saturday, it's going to be an interesting one. I think that the Meta Legends Live podcast that we have on Saturday, I'm going to say you're going to want to tune into. That's all I'm going to leave it at. And we're going to also be having the treasure hunt results, because it was launched prior on that Friday at 7 p.m. UTC. So the weekend is filled with fun. And then on Sunday, we have the conclusion of the Twitter meta contest, the second one, and then we're going to ramp up and go into another fun, full week of giveaways. It's crazy. I mean, we are really, we're a little bit over halfway through the month, and there's still so much time. Get to the Discord, come have some fun with us, learn about the project, whether it's through the podcast here or through the website, the other channels that we have on Twitter, as well as YouTube, Instagram. There's so many different. I've also been doing the TikTok, having fun with that. So if you're checking out TikTok, you'll see that I'm learning a lot in that space and just having fun and of making fun of myself. So check out those things. Great resources to learn about all things Meta Legends. And just come and join the Discord. We have voice chats going on all the time. We have a lot of engagement, lots of people that are always active, happy to direct and point anybody in the directions that they need, answering any and all questions. You know, our community is great about this, that they're very encompassing in their knowledge. We have so many different perspectives from all over the world that bring these different understandings, these different experiences, and are able to apply them and educate others within our Discord. So definitely come and check this out. All right. That wraps it up for the schedule. Woo! I'm going to take a drink after that. That was a lot of stuff. We having fun in Meta Legends. I can tell you that. But okay. Now, let's have a little bit of a recap. You know, in case you missed out on the AMA that happened yesterday with Max, there was some fun stuff to be heard. So we'll just start off with the team. Our team's expanding. We are really moving to create this new tone throughout all aspects of the project. We really want to become a very competitive and cooperative project, working with we want to make the right partnerships, the right collaborations. We want to be portraying and giving the appropriate image, no matter where we're doing business around the world. We want to really bunker down and drive growth through the best means possible. And we want to do it as professional, as fun, as entertaining as possible. There's so much fun to be had, and we want to make sure that we're taking the right precautions and driving this project to the moon and beyond. We want to do it the right way as well. So lots of cool things with that. We're with the expanding of the team and the core team there. We've got our special crypto lawyers that are helping to identify different situations that we need to be aware of when we're handling things like our tokenomics, we are working with the firm Nomics, who's doing the tokenomics. And they have great experience. They're really helping to drive a lot of new understandings for the leading team in the project. So lots of cool things to be brought in these discussions. And what else do we got? So the Legend Zone. This has been a hot topic. You know, I think we're going to have to get either Goji or NFT Mafia up here one of these days, because they got the scoop on all the stuff that's going on in the Legend Zone. But just to give you an understanding of what this is, it's going to be a special place on the Meta Legends website, and you're going to be able to do a lot of things here. So there is a couple of things to keep in consideration. You know, you're going to be able to connect it through your MetaMask, and in order to be a part of this Legend Zone, you're going to have to meet a certain threshold requirement, and that is you can't list your legend below 1 Ethereum. So when we have people that are coming into the Legend Zone, they're understanding that they're going to be able to get into this new dynamic, this new platform that we're putting onto our website to have these different kind of experiences. But there's a condition to it. So we want to make sure our holders and our true believers understand that there's so much opportunity to be had, so much fun, so much education and learning opportunities we just want to make sure that we are addressing this in a fun and interesting aspect, creating that exclusivity, give people the drive to really want to be a part of this kind of project. And, what are you going to be able to find in the Legend Zone? You're going to be able to find things like a specialized news feed. There's going to be trophies and legends, progress, where you're able to keep personal progression towards your accounts. And there's going to be a forum zone to interact with others, as well as like this playground project. This is going to be a space where you're able to collaborate and have these collaborative activities where, it's something that you'll be able to leave an impact on the actual meta life metaverse. So really cool stuff happening. And just a little tidbit about it. If you get into the Legend Zone and you stay in the Legend Zone, you don't list it below that 1 Ethereum, there's a little bit of a reward in it for you. So what's going to be happening is, for the people that participate in the Legend Zone and respect the rules, you will get you'll get an exclusive health drone NFT. And I want to make this very clear. This exclusive health drone NFT, from what we understand, is not going to be offered out there on the marketplace or on OpenSea. That could be just something that's decided for now and could change in the future. But as of right now, that's the only place you can get it, is in the Legend Zone. So think about that. Think about that, and just hold. Just hold. Just hold. It's going to be fun. There's going to be so many cool things going on in the LZ, and you're going to be getting the opportunity to have this special health drone. And it's going to be, I'm pretty certain, I saw it and saw a little snapshot of it in the Discord today. It's going to be per legend that you own. Yeah, this is going to be cool. This is going to be fun. Lots of interesting stuff. Like I said, when I was going through the Month of the Legend stuff, our project wants to reward our holder and believer community. We really do, because we appreciate each and every single one of you. You make this project really succeed. You push it to new heights. You provide new perspective and understanding, and really help to make this a incredible project. So that's what's going on in the LZ. Woo! What else we got going on here? So, Meta Connect and Meta Life. As a reminder, all right, if you missed any of the info that we've provided in the past couple of weeks, we have teamed up with Antonami Studio. And who is this studio? This studio has been involved with developing the SpaceX website, Apple's website, Uber's website, and many other large corporate brands, websites, and what have you. It's going to be cool. They just had a meeting on Monday. I think it was on Monday that they had a meeting with the studio where they're learning so much about what they're going to really recreate the website to look like and be. They're taking it to the next level of design language. I mean, if I've learned anything about the design language through the interviews with all the guests we've had, from Roman to Rick and Carol, when you do another level of design language to create another kind of immersive experience, it's going to be cool. I'm excited to see the final result of this website for the Meta Life. So it's really going to be cool. And they're really capturing the new concept, taking it to that next level. And that's all Meta Life, the website. The Meta Connect app, this is something that it's a lot closer. We're talking in the a little closer to the end of March, early April timeframe, and it's exciting. If you don't know what the MetaConnect app is, we are aiming to create an NFT focused social media platform with what it's going to have is these additional layers of verification compared to other things like Twitter and Facebook, Instagram, and make it a more inclusive environment. Sometimes it's been noticed, and we've seen it from different channels or different accounts getting targeted and getting shut down. There's a lot more of this activity happening, whether some of it's warranted, some of it's not. It's going to be a very competitive place because of this. And we want to kind of create that safe harbor for NFTs in this new MetaConnect platform. It's really going to be one of the first ways that we are able to really verify all projects. And we want to be connected. Initially, it's going to start out with just the legends, and eventually we're going to start to bring in other projects to see how it really shapes and changes over time. It's going to be a lot of fun going through this, and it's going to be free for legends and for any Meta Legends partners. So anybody, like I said before, cooperation and competition are very important. It's great to have this healthy competitive environment. It's also good to have this healthy cooperative environment. Both things, they enable growth, they enable change, they enable new innovation, and it's going to be an interesting environment to see how it develops, especially when it starts to seeing how it changes and evolves over the coming months, over the coming years. So lots of cool things in that, as well as like the localization. You're going to be able to actually toggle on the map on and off. You're going to be able to see, for example, let's just look at the Meta Legends. I'm out here in Chicago. And let's say I have one of my businesses and I connect with another one of the legends that I see out there in LA. We are able to create some sort of collaboration amongst our businesses and push it out because of the ability to connect through this app. It's really going to be an entrepreneurial focused kind of development, and lots of other things are going to come as it goes, but the opportunities that it's going to create are huge. So lots of things going on in that regard, but really what we're trying to go is to create this simple, easy to use app that is just highly successful. Sometimes that's just how it is. These simpler apps are sometimes some of the more successful ones because of their ease of use. So, like I said, the time frame for that, March 7th for the March 7th is for the Legend Zone. The MetaConnect is going to be dropping in the end of March, early April. So we want to drive the quality and the usability in the products that we provide. So that's why we want to make sure that our timeline makes sense for when we're releasing and launching these things. So lots of cool things going on in the AMA there. We also had a couple of other questions here that I noted down, and it was more around the aspect of, I thought this one was fun. It was more around the aspect of the land. So somebody asked, when the exploration starts, when we're actually able to get into the meta life, that metaverse, what's going to be safe? What's not going to be safe? Are there going to be zones? Is everything going to be initially safe or what? And I thought that this was such a fun question, because we're still early in the stages of development for the meta life. And so the best way that I think Max provided it was, you don't shoot the last scene of the film until you have all of the props ready. And that's what we're doing right now. We've got all the different design teams creating all the different assets, the lands, the vehicles, the pets, the weapons, all the cool stuff is going to be developed, and it's being developed right now. Once those things start to come together, then we're able to create more of the holistic view of that by putting these assets into the environment of the meta life. And it's going to be cool. I'm really excited to see how a lot of this stuff develops. You know, it's already been a couple of weeks from when we had Rick and Roman out here with the weapons and the armors. And we're already getting new sneak peeks at these things, and they are really coming along. They're really taking form from the concepts to more of the 3D concepts. And this is what it's taking. You know, it started with the profile picture, the NFT in itself. That's where it starts. Then you have to create that concept art to capture the entire character, the entire figure, the entire legend. And then you're able to do things with the land, with the vehicles, get the motions and the activity and how they work and make them into actual 3D models. All this stuff building up, working around. Like I said, it's exciting to see all the developments surrounding that. And I'm personally, I know I'm speaking for myself, but I also see it throughout the community. There's just so much excitement for just even the smallest developments that are happening around this project, because it's the way that we're going about it, the way that we're launching, the way that we're communicating, releasing things to the community. It's really driving this potential for such huge success. And we're really excited to go out there and capture all that untapped potential that we can. So that kind of wraps up most of it from the AMA. Now, I think it's time to bring on the guests. So let's give a warm welcome to both Matt Burner and Red Rabbit. And here's a nice little intro. Welcome, Matt and Red Rabbit. Hey, we see you up there, Matt. We see you with your mask on.
What's up, everybody? What's up,
What's up, guys?
What's up, Rosie?
How we doing?
Woo, too excited, brother. We are too excited for this. We can't wait.
Hey, I mean, it's great to have you on. We had you on up here before just for the quick community podcast that we had the other week. And so it was fun that a lot of people wanted to hear a little bit more about what you and also what Red Rabbit has to say. I mean, like I said, that when we were jumping into the podcast, that you both of you have very interesting dynamics and approaches to the NFT just in general, just NFTs in general, and especially when you're looking here at the legend. So I'm excited. We got some great questions lined up, lots of things to talk about. So, let's just start this off. We're going to tell us a little bit about yourself. Red Rabbit, you want to start?
Sure. Let's see. So, I live in Florida. I have an insurance company. I'm a public adjuster. I help represent businesses and homeowners against their insurance companies from catastrophe adjustments. But on the side, I'm a big crypto enthusiast and NFT enthusiast. It kind of all started in 2017. My brother and we built a mining rig. We got about 14 NVIDIA GPUs, and I watched a bunch of YouTube videos on how to put them together. I'm lucky I didn't burn the house down, and started mining Ethereum, and that's how it all started. And yeah.
Cool. No, I love, like I said, we have so many different personalities, so many different backgrounds, experiences in this community from around the world. And it's just so cool to engage with that and see how we all have this shared interest in the Legends project and whatnot. So I appreciate you sharing your background and information like that. I'm interested in stuff. For me being a for me being an accountant, I understand how some of those adjustments can be impacted on both the tax and financial basis, but I won't bore the community with my accounting talk. So, so Matt, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Of course, buddy. So, as I said in the last podcast, my name is Matthew. I'm the burner here. I'm the representative of the burners, as I have 3 burners. And I'm from Brazil, right? I was born in Brazil, actually, but I live in New York. So if you're from New York, you want to hit me up, we can go have a drink and stuff like that, meet up with the legends right here, brother. And I've been
Hey,
in the crypto world. I've been in the crypto world since 2017. You know, I already went to the moon, I already went down with the bear market. And
Yeah.
now, thank God, everything is just fine because I've learned with my mistakes. And so far, I'm doing pretty good. Thank God, man.
hey, happy to hear that. And yeah, there you'll hear the different stories from everybody. They learned their lessons. They, as I like to say, some of them paid their tuition to learn about the space, and there's lots of
That's the truth.
opportunities for that. And this is why I love bringing people up, especially with experience like both of you, because you're able to educate others about these experiences and help guide them through,
Definitely.
because this is still a very new environment for a lot of people. And so there's a lot of space that is not necessarily explored by a lot of people. And having this basic fundamental understanding sometimes is important. So this is
Sure,
cool.
sure.
How did you guys get involved? Like what caused you to get into like crypto NFTs, all this stuff?
Yeah, go
You
ahead,
want to go
Matt.
first? All right. So, basically, as I've been in the crypto world for a long time, I felt like it's time now to get into the NFT world as I see a big potential for the metaverse that is coming up. All right. So, I went to a few projects before Meta Legends. I noticed that, I've learned my mistakes. I went through scams. Brother, everybody in the NFT world has been through a scam before. It's like literally impossible not to go through a scam. It's very hard. But luckily, you can try to avoid these scams. You just join the Meta Legends community. We're gonna try to help you as much as possible to try to avoid this. But I went through a lot of scams, of course. I've learned my mistakes. I've gone to a few good projects, and Meta Legends, it's probably my favorite one, man. It's actually not probably, it's definitely my favorite one. I see a big potential in this project, man. It's Trust me, big things are gonna come to Meta Legends.
Sure, sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No, that's great to hear that. And, always we appreciate your passion and support for the project. Definitely. Cool. It's cool to hear that. So, all right, Rabbit, how'd you get in?
Sure. So, well, kind of like I told you, back in 2017, I built a mining rig, started mining Ethereum, and needed somewhere to put that. I started paying attention to a lot of the crypto startups that were happening at that time, all the ICOs. And yeah, so, that was a fun ride, kind of like what Matt said, it was like catching lightning in a bottle. And then, I wasn't I didn't understand the markets the best. I understood kind of like getting involved in crypto. So I kind of rode that thing up and then also wrote it down with everybody. And so that was a learning experience for sure. But we saw something very similar in the ICO boom that happened in 2017 to what's kind of happening now in NFTs, where you saw a massive amount of noise in the market, but not everybody knew exactly where they were going, what they were building it for. And now, 3, 4, 5 years later, we're starting to see, what the true ramifications of blockchain technology is. And I think that the NFT space is probably going to move even a little bit faster than that because of these, these huge advances that we're having in different technology sectors, which is bringing us VR and augmented reality and the metaverse and all of that. So, I've been a futurist kind of like, my whole life. I've always been really big into, this future that's coming, and it feels kind of like we're at that moment where we're really getting ready to experience the beginning of it. I was imagining digital assets, back in 2016. I wrote an article about them for a blockchain project. So when I started to see this last year, when I started to really see what was starting to develop, of course, we all saw, what was it, Crypto Kitties, and there was the punks that came out, but still people really didn't understand it yet. But Bored Ape Yacht Club, and since then we started, I was like, okay, I think this is actually starting to happen. So I jumped in. I wish I would have jumped in, to get into the Bored Apes. That would have been crazy.
We all shoulda, woulda, coulda. That's the story of all.
But here we are.
But we are
right?
able to get into Meta Legends, man.
That's right.
Exactly.
We are very lucky. We are very fortunate.
Yes,
you as
there's
well.
still so much opportunity, so much potential that this space is still new. It's still very new.
Very new. Yeah.
It's going to be really cool to see how this stuff develops over, the next coming months, the next coming years. I mean, it's just being in the project alone. I mean, I'm looking back at this whole month and it's been 16 days. I feel like it's been longer because, when you're involved in this information, you feel like you're just picking up so much more and you feel like time's moving faster. But it's just, no, you're just absorbing so much new information and really getting this drive and this push to learn so much more.
Sure.
So go ahead.
Yeah, I think that the metaverse is going to be here pretty quick as well, as we have a lot of influencers, all right? A lot of big shots. As you can see, it's pushing the NFT and the metaverse to us, man. And you can see like a lot of, for example, Neymar, Justin Bieber, and all these guys that have these NFT profile picture, and that's going to catch a lot of people's attention. You know what I mean? And also, I believe that, for example, I'm just going to give you a quick example here. If you have $1,000, if you put it on Ethereum, and let's say it gives you 0.3 Ethereum, now you're going to have 0.3 Ethereum forever. If the Ethereum goes up and it goes down, right, you're still going to have 0.3 Ethereum. But if you get that 0.3 Ethereum and you put in a Meta Legends, that 0.3 can turn you into a 2 Ethereum, 3 Ethereum, 10 Ethereum, 100 Ethereum. And that for me, like, it was also an eye-catching moment. I was like, why am I going to keep 3.3 Ethereum if I can turn this 0.3 Ethereum into a 10 Ethereum? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, definitely. The way that happens is the community, they control the price of what these things are listed at and how the valuation of it is, as well as the project itself, what they're able to deliver, the utility behind it, the way that they're launching and achieving and executing those things. Because the timing aspect of this is huge, because it's such a rapidly developing situation that making sure that you're really delivering in the appropriate time frame and doing it to, like, for example, Meta Legends, this is a big undertaking, and they were realistic with they were pretty realistic with their goals and the time frame that this would be accomplished. There's other projects that will say, yeah, we're going to push this out here in a couple of months. You're going to have a great game, but that's just those are the quick.
Quick to market, fast cash, but not a real product, not something that's still going to be relevant in 2 or 3 years from now. And, we saw the same thing in the .com boom of the late 90s. So much fast money was coming in. And but really what came out of that was Amazon, Google, Facebook, a lot of these larger tech companies that really understood what the internet was going to be. And that's where we find ourselves at again, where it's about what is this metaverse, what is blockchain technology, and how is it going to change and revolutionize the social interaction of us, and also gaming and pretty much everything. And Facebook has obviously figured that out. You see all the new Facebook commercials. They're saying the metaverse will be here in 3 years. I think NFTs, again, right now, a lot of them are just trying to get fast cash. People are trying to jump in and 5 days later think they're going to like double, triple, quadruple their money and then jump into another project. There's no brand loyalty. It's really become a gimmick if you think about it. That's a house of cards, right? But what is also happening at the same time are real projects see the future and they're building for that. And that future is going to be this Web 3.0 high graphics quality metaverses that are coming to all of us very soon. So the rest of these, while they're making noise right now, you have real projects like Meta Legends, which I think stands a above most of the competition. They're really, you can count them on one hand probably, the amount of projects that are building something to scale like what Meta Legends is putting together. And I think that it's important when you're looking at projects, not for the quick flip. And I get it. There's a lot of NFT traders. A lot of you guys, a lot of people know that I'm one. I'm an NFT day trader. But at the same time, I also put a lot of eggs in certain baskets. And I strategically do that because I see and I expect this future that's coming. Meta Legends is one of those projects that really has the funds, the talent, and the connections to pull this off. That's what I'm very impressed by. Yeah.
Oof, definitely. You know,
That's for sure.
that is, you hit all the marks. Like long term, this is something we're looking to make. Not, you know, when you hear long term, you hear more than a year. When I hear long term, I think sustainable.
That's right.
That's what
Relevant.
really triggers it for me. Is long term is continuing to create, continuing to improve, provide, launch, etc. That's what this environment, that's what this project is really cultivating right now, is the longevity of the project. Because
Right.
just like you said, this is not a quick flip.
Yeah.
We are working to stay. So
Yeah. And give you one thing of context. Look at Bored Ape just 5-6 weeks out of its own launch and stuff like that. It actually came down and it was just sitting there. Imagine the people that sold their Bored Apes, for under an ETH and stuff like that. And even Bored Ape, Bored Ape is a different kind of animal. They're getting involved in marketing and fashion and clothing brands and things like this. But I think that where the real money is at, hundreds of billions of dollars coming very soon, is going to be in digital assets, in the metaverse, and in how people create their digital identities. So, you look at Meta Legends, it's creating an entire ecosystem, an entire metaverse that's going to have everything from competitive gaming to shopping to businesses, the entire social, it's everything. And that's what a lot of these larger companies are looking towards building. Look, it is going to be a little bit of a wait, right? We're talking to build this thing is probably going to take at least a couple of years, and that's across the board. I think that Sony and Epic Game Studios, they raised $1 billion for building their metaverse. Meta, Facebook is working on theirs right now. But man, if there was anything I'd want to be in, you could have bought Microsoft or Apple or Google back in '98 and 6 weeks later traded it for the same $100 you put in. But if you would have kept that $100, now it's worth over $1 million on any of those projects. And I think this is going to come much faster than that. 2 years, I like to call it 24 months. That's not that long. You know what I mean? It's not
quick.
that long considering it can change your future right here.
absolutely. And I love how much we're talking about this. We're really trying to get into the nit-grit details of it. So I just want to take a step back real quick and ask, I'm going to start with Matt. How did you get into Meta Legends? How did you find Meta Legends?
Well, basically, it was from, as I'm searching through a lot of NFT projects, okay, I see these a YouTuber that I follow. I forgot his name right now, but I think it's Cameron. I don't know how to say his name actually. And he was talking about Meta Legends. It caught my attention as I saw the art was so dope, man. But then when I joined the community and I saw the whole concept, everything behind it, it just was like, wow, this is it, man. I really need to get involved in this. I bought myself a couple NFTs, only 2, 3, 4. But as I'm seeing that the team is working behind, man, every day
That's right,
showing
yeah.
us improvements. And I'm like, wow, bro, this is like one of the few Discord groups that I see the team actually working and showing it to you. Meanwhile, the other ones that I got in, they're not doing anything. Well, this is the one I actually got to invest because this one is actually the one that it seems like it's going to work. And I kept buying and buying and buying. And right now I have like 60 legends. And I just don't stop. I don't plan on stopping, man. I just need to get more because I see a big future for this.
Definitely. So
Sure.
it's cool to hear that. And I came in a similar fashion. I found it through looking at different calendar launches for projects, and it just caught my eyes like, oh, this is beautiful. Oh, I can play a video game. Oh, I can earn money and play a video game. It's like, oh, say less. Say less. I'm in. Take my money.
Yeah, this is just, it's not just a profile picture, guys. It's a whole metaverse that we are building behind it. It's gonna be
That's right,
insane.
man. That's right. Yeah, and I think
And
that's what a lot of people don't realize is that a lot of NFTs it really just is a PFP, but projects like this, that's a full 3D avatar that you get to wear in the metaverse. That's on a whole nother level.
they are really cool. It is really cool. And so we got Matt's perspective. How did you find Meta Legends, Red Rabbit?
Sure. So, it was just very serendipitous. It was, I'm in a lot of NFT communities, and I had a buddy that reached out to me, and he's like, "Yo, you got to check out this project." So, I always do my homework before obviously diving into something. Checked out the website. I watched the YouTube video where you guys did the Easter egg hunt, and I thought that was just such a great production value. It showed that there was actually some money behind this, and there was some real talent. And then I watched the little teaser trailer that you guys put out that was done on Unreal Engine 5. And I was sold right there. I was like, this is okay. This is on another level. This isn't some 8-bit Nintendo graphics JPEG metaverse that is, coming to market in 4 weeks. But this is the real deal. This is what I've been looking for. I've been waiting for this. I've been like, when is this going to get here? When is digital assets going to combine with high level, AAA studio graphics and put together these metaverses that I see, coming in the near future. And this is it. This is it right here.
It's unique. It is very unique. It's
Sure.
a really interesting situation and position that Meta Legends has really set themselves up to be in. Like they've done a lot of work to really prepare for what they're doing. And the direction that we're heading, the momentum that we're building, it's gonna be a force to be reckoned with. So it's exciting to see all these things.
Rosie, I plan on playing this game, okay, myself. Not gonna lie. I really plan on playing this game for 24/7. Why? Because I love shooting games, and I believe that shooting games, it's probably, like, if you think about it, it's one of the biggest markets out there, shooting games. One of the biggest games in the world, Fortnite,
yeah, for
Call of
competitive
Duty,
gaming,
PUBG,
absolutely.
all that stuff. Shooting games are perfect, and if the team gets it right, this is gonna be literally amazing.
It really is. And right now we're so early in the project too. Right. And that's the thing, is we're in such a unique position. I'm going to say it again, because we're able to see, we're on the highway right now, and there are going to be ups and downs through it, but the path is there. It is set. We are on our way to achieve something really great and incredible. It's the experience that you have along the way that's really going to really hold on to you and create some of those core memories as we progress as well, and as we grow as well with this project.
Yeah. I got to tell you something I'm really impressed by. I'm in a lot of NFT projects, and after the launch, after the PFP comes out, weeks later, it's trickled in announcements. You're hoping the project is working on what they're saying that they're working on. There's not really a lot of communication. You don't really know what's going on, and you're wondering, are these guys even still here? Are they doing this? Are they going to build this? When I came into the community for Meta Legends, the reason why you guys started seeing me hanging around here like every single day is because you've got the CEO and the devs in there daily on their computers, screen sharing, showing us all of the sneak peeks, building the weapons, building the character development, the 3D models. We're literally watching them build this thing. They answer all of our questions for the community. It's a glass house. And as an investor, for me, like I said, I have eggs in multiple baskets, but the reason why I decided to go heavy into this is because of that glass house approach. When you're able to see what the working mechanics behind the scenes of the project, and see that your money is actually going towards real solid development, to me, that right there is something that you get few and far between with other projects.
Very much so. It is, I always apply it to this, that it would be such a larger experience, like for me, if I was able to see one of my childhood favorite games being developed. Like One of my childhood favorite games was Call of Duty, Modern Warfare. And
Right.
now that
Yes.
we're in this position to see how a future game is being developed, we're actually able to see, all right, this is how the weapons are made. This is how the armor, the vehicles, it creates this whole new feeling, this whole new euphoric feeling and experience as you're going through it. So as we reach these milestones, they're going to be celebrations, and it's really cool to see how this developed, because when you play Call of Duty, for example, you get the new game and you play that until the next game comes out, whenever that is. But with this, there's different aspects of it that are being developed, and we have these things that are highlighted throughout the path that we're looking to achieve. And this is just on the path that we're on right now. There's so much more to be done going forward after we've been able to accomplish and capture a lot of these milestones that we're heading to.
Right. Yeah.
So really cool stuff. And, you both talked about how you're very heavy invested into the legends. So let me get a body count. What's the body count here? How many legends do we have, Matt?
I think Matt's got me.
Well, Matt does have it, but he's been
doing some work. What you working on now, Matt? How many you got, bro?
60. But I plan on getting more.
Yeah.
I plan on getting more.
Wow.
Luckily, I have my little brother who also helps me get a few legends. He was like, "Here, take some meat, buy me a few legends."
Awesome.
So I was able to get him a console stone as well. He's now a console member. He's really getting involved into this, and he's actually loving the whole project, man. He's always watching, staying alert.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard JP talk a couple of times in the voice chat, and
I believe that Red Rabbit also got his brother in it, right? White Rabbit.
Yeah. Yep. My brother's in here a lot with us too. So, yeah, man, that's that's what it is when you find something you really believe in. You try to share it with everybody you care about. I've got a lot of good buddies I've brought in. I've got a lot of other investors I've brought in from other communities. And it doesn't take much. I mean, Meta Legends sells itself. I really just got to point it out to people. When people see the art on this, when they see what this project looks like, I don't have to do much more talking. They're just like, how did I miss this? How did I miss this? I mean, it sells itself, So, I know Lakshmi and Matt, man, they got some serious collections. I'm sitting on, I think, 38. And then I got a nice little collection of the council stones as well. So,
hey, you both got more than me. I'm only sitting on 11. I'm happy with my little family.
If you got even one of these, you're doing good. That's it right there. So, I think this is a future blue chip project. I believe that as somebody who has had a decent amount of experience, Matt as well, in the NFT space, to me, this screams blue chip all over it. So, I'm just sitting back enjoying the ride. I'm not nervous, man. I got my nice collection. I'm just going to sit back, enjoy the ride.
Easy.
So what about the project excites you the most? Is there something that really excites you, some aspect of it that either one of you is really looking forward to?
Sure. Well, I'll go ahead if you want, Matt. For me, this I've been dreaming about this thing, and then, I've read a lot of these books like Neuromancer and Ready Player One. And a lot of these books have been, as I've grown up, really lighting my imagination and expectations of what the metaverse is going to be like. And so, I think the fact that you can play in a game that's similar to like Halo or Destiny or something like that. And then when you're done, you can put your gun down and then meet your girl over in Gold Boy City and walk around and shop, or meet your boys, in Cyber City and go listen to a concert or some DJ that's playing. I mean, this is like adult Disney World, bro. This is as good as it gets, man. I mean, this is what everybody's been dreaming of, man. So we're about to have that. It's going to turn people into couch potatoes. I'm going to tell you that. But it's also going to connect people on a way that they've never been connected before. And one of the cool things about being in the space is that I've made so many friends from everywhere. I mean, from Russia, from China, Vietnam. I mean, all parts of Europe and South America. I mean, it's wild, and the NFT space never sleeps. So, 4 a.m. for me, is 5 in the afternoon for somebody. So
Yeah.
as an NFT trader, I catch myself up at 4 in the morning and making deals through the middle of the night. It's a wild world, that's for sure.
And I love that perspective of, yes, we are going to be a gaming metaverse. That's going to be a focus of it. But that's just going to be one focus.
Right.
There's so many different avenues that you can go down and have these experiences with, like you said, go shopping, entertainment, think about it. There's still people that like to go to the movie theaters. If we had a movie theater in the metaverse, you just go hop in. We got whatever playing there.
100%. I don't know if you guys saw, but there's already partnerships happening like that. That's the movie theaters are going to the metaverse. You're going to be in your avatar and you're going to go sit down in a theater in the metaverse with hundreds of other people on the biggest IMAX screen you've ever seen. Okay, eating your digital popcorn. So yeah, it's going to be great. I'm really excited about that. It's about the beauty and the aesthetics. I've grown up here in Orlando, Florida, with the theme parks. I bartended when I was younger for Disney for quite a while. So, I've always had the annual passes to Universal Studios and Disney. And I'm going to tell you, the rides are fun, but it's really about going to like Avatar World or Harry Potter World. It's the aesthetics. It's walking around in that. It's so beautiful and awesome looking. You just want to walk around, drink a beer, hang out, eat some popcorn. So the metaverse is getting ready to bring that to us. It's getting ready to bring incredible design. You don't have to worry now about engineers, if this is too heavy to fall on itself. They're going to be able to create anything our minds can imagine in the most incredible scenes. And when I've already seen the concept art for that you guys have been putting out for Meta Legends from Cyber City and Matrix Angel City and all these places, incredible. Burner City, Matt. Wow, man. I mean, industrial dark future. I just can't wait to walk around in those worlds, man. That's what I'm excited about.
You're not gonna be too safe when you walk around Burner City, brother.
I got my robots, bro. I think I'll be all right.
I'm just playing.
Yeah.
Let me just say something that I really feel like the robotters are gonna be the Burner's real threat. Like the Celestials are very strong. Trust me, they're gonna have a lot of power. But I think you need a whole community behind you. You need not only the robotics like you said before, but you also need other classes to work around with you. And for example, the burners, of course I'm a guy who's gonna try to persuade people since I'm the evil guy. I'm gonna make you my friend first. But if you don't actually do what as I want, I'm gonna do it by force. You understand? This is how it says here at the Meta Legends website that we conquered. Okay, we have control of all the classes through power and fear. You know what I mean? So we're gonna have to try to make them fear us, either with us or.
Matt Burner, you heard it here first. Matt Burner going evil. He's going evil.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. If you see me on Discord, you're like, but this guy is never gonna be evil. I'm just so nice, man.
Yeah.
We love you, man. We love all the energy.
For sure, bro. You're the nicest evil guy I've ever met. I gotta tell you that.
Exactly.
He's got a good heart,
I'm just
man.
trying to bring a mood here.
Yeah. So Matt, what's your fit? Like, what's the biggest thing that you're anticipating? What are you excited for?
Let me say something. If that metaverse is gonna be able to connect people in a way that you have no idea. People are gonna open. The people who are afraid to open up, they are shy for some reason, for whatever reason, because their appearances or whatever. They're going to be able to shine up in the metaverse. You're going to be able to connect to these people. You're going to be able to be friends with people that you have no idea you're going to be able, to be friends with because of their inside, of their heart, because not the outside. You're just going to be an avatar. You understand? But the inside.
No,
so I believe that the connection
Go ahead. No, keep going.
The
No,
connectivity between the people, is gonna be amazing, man.
that
And
I love that perspective as well, because there is a lot of new t- dimensions to this whole metaverse, and you pointed out one of them. It's the you get to be who you want to be when
Right.
you're in when you're in the
there's no
metaverse.
race, there's no color, there's no gender. It's just
You
your
get to
heart
be
and your avatar and your friends, and that's it.
exactly, and I think that's going to open up a lot of opportunity for just this positive engagement. Obviously, there's always the flip side of that where people can also abuse it, but I
Yeah,
truly think that this is going to open up more opportunity for just this personal development and openness with people. It's going to really
Sure.
change
Well, yeah.
it, emotionally, the emotional intelligence side of things is going to be completely different. It's going to be
Yeah.
fascinating.
definitely.
It's going to let people interact without their social insecurities, and so that's going to be huge, because the person that maybe never spoke up and talked and stuff like that because they didn't have the courage, maybe high school, however it was, treated them not the best. Now they get to be who they want to be, identify how they want to be, and it's going to give them the opportunity to engage. And maybe you're going to see introverted people that are able to become extroverted. It's going to give people the opportunity to be who they've always wanted to be, and I think that's going to be incredibly addicting to society. That's for sure. It's and it is going to create the opportunity for people to interact on a way that they never have before, for sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, the way we're talking about it gives me chills. It gives me chills of excitement because the opportunity, the potential, it's there. It's there. It's coming. And the way that we take, the way that we utilize it and take advantage to create these new opportunities and these spaces and these feelings, it's really going to drive a whole new movement and whole new era for us going forward as, as a society in a whole. It's going to
Yeah.
be it's going to have a lot of different waves of impact. So this is great talk. I love having these kind of talks. If you're ever in the Discord, sometimes you'll hop in, and we are on we like to call it the night train. And
Yeah.
there's a reason why his name is Red Rabbit, because he definitely takes us down some rabbit holes.
That is so true.
Yeah, that's true.
So
We
anytime
have
anybody
fun.
want to come and have some of the fun with it, come hop into the Discord. We definitely like to explore
You're
the
gonna
next
love it.
level of
Yeah.
what's really going to be out there. And all right, so let's hop to another perspective. You both are very avid collectors and traders in the Meta Legends space. So how do you address that? How do you approach your legends? Like, is there something that you look for in a legend? Is there something, whether it's one of the traits, do you look at that first? How do you guys do it? Whoever would like to go first,
Yeah.
feel welcome.
Basically, I try to go after legends that have really good armor. For example, Burner's armors, the celestial armors, and additional elements, and probably nice looking eyes that you can switch, in game and stuff like that. You can look different, you can look cooler, you can look, what I'm saying, stronger. And those are, the cheaper, I would say, the cheaper ones. But I really want to go after more burners. You know what I mean? I love the burners.
I have a feeling
If
Matt
I
would
had
take a
to pick,
celestial if one was put in his path. I just have a strange feeling that he would.
listen, it's no, I wouldn't. I'm a burner. I'm a burner.
I'll take it all day, man. Don't
don't
worry, I got
don't
you.
put me on the spot
I'll
here.
bite the bullet.
You try to
Keep going,
put
man.
me on the spot here, right?
Oh, I love it. Keep going, Matt. We love it. You're more focused on getting the burners. So tell us more about that.
I think that the burners are very strong as a community. We a lot of the big wells. You don't have no idea. A lot of the big wells, they hold a burner, except Red Rabbit. Red Rabbit, what are you doing? Why can't you just
Man,
get
dude,
one?
I've collected all of them except that, man. So I'm on my.
Man,
He's
we
working
can't
it.
wait
He's
to
working.
see it,
Hey,
man. There.
you know me, bro. I'd say it's probably bound to happen. So
I think you gave yourself to the robotics community. You're very strong in the community of the robotics, and you felt
yeah,
like maybe it's your place. Like I felt like it's my place to be a burners, not because they're too strong. It's just because it fits more my characteristics of evil.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're gonna shoot people, so you're not gonna be like, here, here's
You're
flour.
like Darth
You're
Vader,
shoot
bro. You're gonna
people.
turn good right at the end. I can see it already.
Bro,
I'm gonna catch you helping somebody. I've already seen it. You're gonna be like giving somebody some help on the side. I'll be like, I see you, bro.
Oh my! I can already see Red Rabbit's behind me.
Yeah, I'm like taking pictures. I'm like, I'm posting this. Yeah, you know, I love the Roboters. I mean, you know, obviously, I was super lucky making that deal with Waka Flocka for that 1-of-1 Roboter, and I'm very proud of that. I've got some other great Roboters. I mean, you guys know I had like 3 of them in the top 100. So the Roboters are awesome. You know, the Burners, the Celestials, those are great, but there's a much smaller community of them. You know what I mean? There's 111 of us. And then you got the Gold Boys tagging at my heels, you know what I mean? And so, you know, and they're a force to be reckoned with as well. So
yeah.
So, and you know, and I've had quite a few Gold Boys. I still do. I've got multiple Gold Boys. I think I've had throughout the whole time probably about 15 of them. So, you know, yeah. So that's what I kind of do. You know, you were asking about what our strategy is, how we do it. You know, I day trade NFTs, and but at the same time, if it's a project I really believe in, I flip my way into a better seat on the ride. So if I get off, it's because I'm always going to get a better seat on the ride. So everybody knows in the community, I'm always wheeling and dealing, but I also take care of people. I try to make good deals for people. I connect the people that need to be connected, and then I just broker the relationships. That's basically, you know, what I kind of do there. And but it's let me definitely, you know, reach a depth of, you know, you go for the glory at first, you know, which is Roboters, Burners, Celestials, even a Gold Boy. Guys, even Matrix Angels. You want to talk about what is just really not catching the amount of attention right now is Matrix Angels. Matrix Angels are still, I mean, look, Ruff's, Cybers, this entire project is dope. That's just hands down. So, and I don't know if some of you guys heard the little short story that that Noodle Cup did, but man, dude, that short story he did was incredible. And it's about a Ruff that is out in the wilderness watching this Roboter, you know, find this treasure and basically sniping this guy and taking him out, you know, through strategy. And that's the real deal. That's what's going to be happening. It comes down to the player of the game. But from a financial perspective, you know, I certainly try to, you know, get myself some of those Roboters. But when it really comes down to it, it's like Matt said, one of the areas that people don't realize is the rarity of armors and getting that awesome collection of different armors. You've got light armor, medium armor, and heavy armor. And so, you know, depending on what situation you find yourself in, you're going to want to have an arsenal of all types of great armors. And people are overlooking these incredibly rare, you know, celestial armors and burner armors and Roboter armors that are so rare, and they're not realizing that because it's on a Ruff or a Cyber or something like that, that you could be sniping these right now for near the floor price. If you just pay attention, don't be too fast, watch the market for like 24 to 48 hours, you can find some insane armors on the floor. So that's, you know, secondary. You know, once I get the characters I'm going to put all these armors on, the next thing I'm doing is I'm hunting armor. And I've been, Lakshmi taught me about that when I first got into the voice chat with all you guys. And ever since then, man, I have been just on an armor sniping mission. You know,
I can see you there. I can see it.
Yeah, and then all the weapons that we're going to get. A lot of people, you know, aren't realizing that for every single legend that you buy under 1 ETH, that right now you get, if you hold it for 30 days or if you list it and sell it for over 1 ETH, you get a free weapon with that. And that right there is huge. So, I mean, I'm looking at it. I think I'm getting over 50 weapons, man. I'm going to be like, I'm going to have like my own, like, you know, I'll be like rocket launchers on the second story. You know what I mean? Like, you know,
you're going to be an arms dealer. You're going to be an arms dealer.
I'm going to be the arms dealer in the metaverse.
You're going to have a whole collection.
Yeah.
It's cool. Now, like I said, it's awesome to hear how, you know, the way that you strategize about it. Like, Matt, you're like, you focus more of, I like the burners. I want burners. And you have managed to negotiate and work to accumulate 2 other burners besides the one that you minted. And that is definitely a feat in its own.
Insane.
It's really,
trust me.
It's really great. I remember being there for each of them. It's like, You're there rocking back and forth. You're like, dude, I'm waiting for this guy to respond. It's taken 10 minutes already.
Yeah.
You
Is he
remember. You
thinking
remember.
about- It's like, I think he's backing out. I don't know. And 10 minutes later,
That's the worst,
he's got
man.
another one on his profile.
Yeah. Oh man, but the sweet success, bro, of the deal made, man, that's the best. The anxiety you're feeling as you're wondering, is this gonna fall apart? Is this person gonna realize that this is too good to be true? You know, and
Yeah.
and then you get it in your wallet, and you're like, yes,
Yes.
can't take it back now. This is
Yeah.
mine.
And you've been through a lot of those experiences too, Red Rabbit. I mean, we hear
Yeah.
about all the all the flips and all those, like you said, those strategic moves that you're
Yeah.
making to really, you start at one block, but you vision yourself being at another spot, and you're gonna put yourself in a position to achieve that.
That's right, man.
development.
I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there one way or another. And to be quite honest, the very first ones I picked up was Cyber and a Matrix Angel, and I've worked my way up from that. You know, so a lot of people like, oh, I could never get a Gold Boy. A lot of people really, that's their thing. That's what their thing is that they'd give anything to get a Gold Boy. And I mean, the reality is, man, is like where there's a will, there's a way. You know, so that's the fact of the matter. You know, where there's a will, there's a way. So
yeah, it's about, sometimes you don't understand their situation that they're in, or their true stance on the project. And sometimes it just takes a little bit of shaking the bush to see, hey, am I going to get an apple from this, or is this an empty bush?
Yeah.
That's where, that a lot of these deals that are randomly being made are the surprisers,
Yeah, I mean, look, when Gold Boy floor was over 1 ETH, I snagged 2 of them for under 0.7. I mean, I got 2 of them in the 0.6. So you just got to be there at the right time. You got to ask the right questions. You got to make the right offers. You know what I mean? So
you just got to talk. You got to
Some
talk.
people,
you got to convince them, hey, this is the right move to make.
That's right.
Giving me your, I'm going to be fair with you. Just sell it to me for this price, and we're going to be fine. It's going to be all right. You're going to be able to go and get what you wanted. I'm going to be able to not only use this to
I'll take good care of
what
this
I'm able to,
yeah.
but I'm also going to be able to hand it off to somebody else at another good price.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
So it's cool. So we're talking a lot about these successes that you've both had in these trades. Have you had any setbacks?
Yes. Like you said, I mean, some of the most well-learned lessons are the most expensive.
I understand that. I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, me, like in my case, I only go heavy in a project that I really know that it's gonna work out. I go in slowly. All right. I lose, of course. I lose many slowly, like a little bit of each here, and then when you put them all together, it's a bunch. But that's how you hit the perfect, project.
Right. You can't be 100%, but if you can be 70% right, then, you give yourself between, a little bit higher probability, you know what I mean? It's like gambling, a little bit. Every strategic investment is. But if you play your cards right and you do it with a smart mind, you do your homework and research behind the NFT companies or the crypto companies or whatever it is, if you're buying stock on Wall Street, if you do your homework, pay attention to what's going on in the market, pay attention to what's happening inside of a company, you can make strategic plays that will benefit you. It doesn't mean you're going to be 100% right. One of the toughest lessons for me, like I said, is that I will flip my way to the top of a project. Well, when the music stops and you don't have a chair, it doesn't matter that you're holding a 1 of 1, because, it's like when you realize at the end of the day, it's a JPEG, you know what I'm saying? So it's, so if I learned that lesson early on, early in the beginning of this year, last year, there wasn't hundreds of NFT companies coming out every day. You know what I mean? So there was a handful of projects that were coming to fruition. But once this avalanche of noise hit the market, and that's what most of it was, is just noise. It was the same thing in the ICOs of 2017, just cash grabs, just tons and tons of cash grabs. And it's really hard when you're walking through the storm of cash grabs, trying to find the projects that are actually the ones worth holding on to. But if you can do that, if you can ignore the noise, do your homework, make sure that you're finding projects that are going to be relevant 2 years from now, not next week. And if you can do that, then that's the key. There's so much money being thrown around in NFTs right now, and it's getting ready to be times 100 of that over the next 2 years. This is the beginning. We're in the very beginning, but there's also a lot of slippery slopes out there. So I tell everybody, man, be careful. If they don't have relevance in digitization or in the metaverse, really, really make sure you really like that JPEG, because
you're gonna make sure you're gonna like it on your wall.
At the end of the day, yeah. So
understandable. So there's tons of lessons to be learned in this space. Like I said, some of those that are costly, those are the ones that I call tuition, because you're getting educated about, all right, this is what I realized going through this project, and now this is something I have to be keeping an eye out for and looking and assessing as I move into new projects, because of how these things really build off of each other. And really, I have these relatable aspects of, you're able to tell, if there's some forms of the project that are, lacking of the communication from the team, or a lack of that direction. There's a lot of things that can be indicators or red flags to say, hey, you need to be cautious with proceeding with investing in here because of these factors. So definitely making sure to do your research and understanding these things as you approach it. Sometimes slowly, and not always jumping in or aping, as a lot of people say, making sure you do your own research. So go ahead. Do you have something?
I was just going to say, NFTs, along with any investments, for most people are an emotional experience.
Yeah.
So when you're talking about doing your research, I would say for the most part that one of the worst things to do is paying super close attention, unless you're specifically a day trader, is paying very close attention to the up and down of the market daily, because most people are not educated investors. And so when you're looking at a floor price to determine the value of a company, that usually is not the best indicator. It's about what is really happening behind the scenes. What is this company? What are they capable of? Do they have the financial resources? Are they actually building this thing that they say that they're building? And as an investor, that's where you want to pay attention to, because if you're trying to get involved in the roller coaster of NFT floor prices, it's people are emotional, and they FOMO up and they FOMO down, and it's like this. It's like waves. It's like the tide of the ocean. And when it starts going down, all of a sudden you'll see people, and then you got to feel bad because it always hits that place down near the bottom, and that's when the most people are like freaking out and they're dumping right there. And then 5 minutes later, it's right back up, and then those people are thinking to themselves like man, they chased each other down. That's what people do in emotional trading. They chase each other down and they chase each other up. So that's one thing I would say, is that pay attention to what the project actually represents. Who is the project? What can they do? That's the best way to make a decision in investing in a project.
Absolutely. This is a lot of fun to talk about, and just letting everybody out there that's watching now, we have these conversations about this all the time in the Discord. We have tons of different directions that we go with it. We go as far into the future as we can. We take it back to, like we did with Zeus Kitty the other day, where he was talking about the early development of it back in the early, the 40s, and just the technology behind it and how it's developed. So it's, like I said, I love having these different directional conversations about how this is impacting our lives now, how it's going to be, and how it came to be an impact in our life. So there's a lot of cool things to learn about in this space. Is there any kind of advice that you would give to people, just to, if this is their first time looking at a project, what would you say, you should look into?
Sure. So, do your own research. That's probably the best. You could listen to a bunch of YouTube channels and all this kind of stuff. Doesn't mean that those people aren't going to give you some sound advice. It just means check it for yourself. And those are kind of the three main components I was talking about earlier. Do they have the funding? Do they have the vision and the talent? And do they have the connections, the connections inside of the business world to pull together what it is that they're suggesting? And best advice I could give everybody right now is make sure you get yourself one Meta Legend and hold on to that thing.
I'm not financial advisor, but I can guarantee you that you should get a Meta Legend.
Yeah.
So now, just for a little bit of fun, I want your reaction to these different armors. So, Rabbit, I want you to react to this one.
Oh, here it comes! I knew it.
Man, that's fire, bro. That's one of the burner armors right there. Yeah, that's
God,
incredible,
that is
man.
So pretty. That is so pretty.
Matt, this thing is gonna be.
Is that your burner, Matt?
That's my burner. That's the one I.
Yeah, that's what I thought, bro. That's sick.
That's
so. This
forever
is
my baby.
This is one of the concept art for the armor and the full body look at it, and
guys, if you see this guy, if you see this person, these burner walking around the metaverse, run.
And we didn't have the specific one, but we had the heavy armor version of the robot armor that you were showing on your. So this is kind of what it looks like.
That's
it's a little bit more of a thicker one, but man, this thing looks like it could take down some stuff. It could.
That looks like a beast right there. Absolute beast, man. Wow.
And oh man, I mean, looking at both of them, I'm like, all right, these concepts, when we see them in the actual 3D model, they're gonna knock us back. They're gonna put us on our butts. They're really gonna surprise us.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. The graphic quality of this right here is just on a whole nother level. I mean, it's incredible looking Web 3.0, Unreal Engine 5, gorgeous graphics. Did we lose Matt there?
No, he's back.
Sorry about that. Okay. I'm back.
He's ghosting us. I was like, oh man, what happened here?
Sorry about that.
No, you're fine. But
that robot armor, man, looks like when he jumps out of the whatever craft or whatever, it's going to do an EMP just him landing. That's insane.
Did you? I mean, you saw the sneak peeks of the roboter vehicle.
That's
right?
what I'm talking about. Do you have a sneak peek of that to show off? That is incredible.
Oh my goodness! You know what?
I'm gonna pull the technology behind them, man. That looks cool with like cars and nice looking weapons and armors that looks like robots. They offer it. It's gonna look sick on them.
It's really cool. And just because we said it, I'm bringing it up here.
Thank you. This is what I'm excited about. I got enough roboters, man. How do I get this thing? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
It's just like Lakshmi. It's just like Lakshmi. He's saying, I need to get me a rifle. He's like, at the end of the day, I just
keep the rifle. I want this roboter.
Do you want to make a deal?
Right here.
You want to make a deal with me? If I get this roboter pet and you get the Burners Dragon, you want to trade it?
Deal. Yeah.
All right, everybody, you see it here live.
So here is the roboter vehicle that just got dropped the other day. And it is, look at that. Man.
Look at that.
I mean,
look at the roboter. Look at how that roboter, which is already a beast himself, standing next to that mech.
And that, just to give that comparison, the person standing there, that figure standing there, is this one in the armor. So you already see this beast, and when you see it standing next to this thing,
how are people not FOMO on this? Wait till our cinematic trailer comes out. I'm telling you guys, this project is going to go hyperbolic, man. It is going to go hyperbolic. I'm like a kid in the candy store right now. I'm like a kid waiting for Christmas, man. I just can't wait to dive into this and walk around in this world, man.
There's so many cool things.
Yeah.
And what Max said during the AMA was that, the celestial vehicles are the only ones that are going to be able to fly. The other ones are going to be terrestrials.
Wow. Man, I wanted a flying vehicle, so Guess I'm gonna have to get one of those. What about Match Dragon though? Oh, because it's not a vehicle, it's a pet.
That's a pet.
Oh wow.
I know. We just opened up. We just gave you
I
another
see what
meta
you mean.
moment right there.
That's
you just had a
crazy
whole
because we
meta
have
moment.
pets and we have mounts and we have like mounts
Like
and
this
vehicles,
is a
right?
vehicle.
Yeah.
I remind you, this is a vehicle.
Dude, you know what? When you're up that high, you're flying already, man. That's
Just imagine you're in your vehicle, your robotic vehicle, you're battling that burner dragon of just
You can shoot.
It's going to be epic.
You can shoot
that
it
reminds
down
me
for
of
sure.
like Godzilla versus King Kong kind of
Yes.
stuff right there.
Yes, it's going to be so much fun, and there's so much to expect in this space.
It's like Godzilla and Mech Godzilla, and you know Mech
There you go,
Godzilla is
yeah.
stronger than Godzilla, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
He's a
man.
robot.
So yeah, we've had a great discussion here, and we've talked through a lot of different topics. I'm going to give you guys a last chance to, you have anything else that you just want to say to the community, say to the viewers about the project? Any last minute comments that you want to say before we end our time here?
Sure. I mean, well, for one, just what an awesome community we have at Meta Legends. All you guys out there, we've just built such a lot of camaraderies and friendships over this time. One of the best communities. I troll a lot of voice chats and different projects, but man, the Meta Legends community really caught me, and that's why everybody sees me there like a fly on the wall every day, because it's just the voice chat. And that's another thing too, is people don't realize they're in general, they're talking, which is great. General chat is fantastic. The Legend Zone, incredible. But get in voice chat with us, because like you said, it's just an awesome community. Much love to everybody out there. I'm really thankful for all of y'all's friendships and business partnerships. And so yeah, that's I'm here for the ride. I got here in the beginning. It's the best thing for me. I feel like we get to see under the engine of the race car. And as a kid, the kid inside of me, the gamer inside of me, like you said, I mean, I'm getting to watch them build my dream game right here in front of me, hands-on approach. It's a surreal experience.
It's, preach, man, just preach. I just resonate with every single point you made, because it is just the truth. And it's really an exciting time to be alive in what's happening nowadays. So thank you so much for that. Matt, anything from you?
Bro, it's basically whatever Red Rabbit said. It's the whole community. If you guys just go into Discord right after here, if you're watching this podcast for the first time, go into the Discord. You're going to see that the community is going to, bro, it's amazing. They're going to try to help you as much as possible to try to get into the NFT world. If you have zero experience, or if you do have an experience, you're going to try to, make you have that vision of how big this game is going to be. You know what I mean? We have big potentials. We have the community. Yeah. We have the team. We have, bro, everything is there, bro. We just need time. Time is our biggest enemy, basically. You understand? Time is our biggest enemy. But like you said, 2 years, bro, it goes like this quickly. I remember when I went to college, 5 years, bro. It was like this, 5 years. Bun. Bro, 2-3 years, you can have, imagine you having a Bored Ape in your hands right now if you get a Meta Legends. If you get a Meta Legends, it can be a Bored Ape.
That's right. That's right. And it's not a ghost town for the next 2 years. We are such an active community. There's all kinds of stuff happening every day in there. All of the different contests that you guys do.
Oh
but
my
for me,
God,
I mean, that stuff's fun. But for me, it's all the stuff that's just coming so fast with Meta Connect, the partnerships that are coming, the cinematic trailer that's coming, the sneak peeks we get every day of all of the different pieces of weapons and vehicles and mounts and armors. All of it. I mean, it's a hands-on approach. So it's fun every single day. I'm already living in Meta life right now.
We already started, right?
We already started, bro. We already started. So
hey, thank you both so much. You both drive such a big impact throughout the community. You're really great role models for a lot of newcomers into the project. And I just want to say thank you from myself and the team for coming up here and really providing your perspective, your information, your knowledge out here to the community, and just being the people that you are. Thank you so much for both of you hopping on up here. Can't wait to continue having this friendship, this brotherhood, this continued path that we are all going to continue to grow on. I'm excited to share this experience with both of you.
Man, I can't thank you enough for this opportunity as well. And also Red Rabbit, he's a big friend of mine. He has helped me a lot in the community. Me and him are very, big friends. But I also want to do a shout out here really quick to my mom and my dad. If you're watching this, I love you.
Oh, nice, man. That's what's up.
Shout out to Matt's mom and dad.
My little brother, bro. My little brother, JP. He was like, yo, you didn't do a shout out to me last time that you went on a podcast.
Yo, JP, what's up, bro?
I forget about you now, okay, JP? We love you, brother.
JP's my boy, man. JP's my boy.
Man. He's like here in the comments, right? It's like Pacific. Oh, yeah, you're talking about the robotters. Pacific Rim. Like, how do you call those robots from Pacific Rims? You're gonna look just like one of those.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I think my girl's watching too. What's up, baby? My little dude's over here. He's been chilling over here, trying to hide behind the chair here, checking it out.
Little legend.
Oh yeah, little legend. Oh, you should see him. He tells all his friends at school about his Meta Legends, his robotter. Because I tell him, I'm like, these are all yours, son. So he's like, oh yeah, I got a gold boy. I got this and that. Oh, man, I love it. I love it.
The kid's got so much clout already. Dang.
Yeah. He's packing, bro. He's packing.
Hey, well, again, thank you both so much for coming up here. And again, I can't wait to connect with you both in the Discord. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate all the time.
Thank you so much, Rosie. Thank you so much, Red Rabbit.
Take it easy, all right?
Take it easy.
Thank you so much, the community. Bye-bye.
See you guys.
I see you at the Discord.
Yeah. Ooh, all right. So let's kick it back to the lounge. Let's just do a quick little review of this stuff here. We went through the development of the Meta Connect. We talked about the Legend Zone that's dropping really soon. March 7th, that's a couple of weeks away. When we look at it from that perspective, it's coming up pretty close. So there's so much more. You'd think that when we'd hop out of the month of the Legends with all this giveaway and activity and contest that we'd have a little bit of a breather. No. We don't want to stop. No, it's foot to the floor on the gas pedal. We want to keep going. And that's why right after into the March, we're launching the Legend Zone out there on the website. And soon after, it's going to be the Meta Connect. And then so much more opportunities and potential as we keep growing in this space. Whew. And we got such great partnerships and collaborations working on the website for the Meta Life, for the Meta Connect app, and Tanami Studio. They're doing it for tons of great. They created a lot of other, big brand names like Tesla's website, Apple's, Uber's. So I've got nothing but confidence in their ability to execute for Meta Legends, their Meta Life website. So those things, that gets me excited. Having just the community members, especially like Red Rabbit and Matt Berner come up here, as well as all the other guests that we've had on. It's great to have this experience and share this whole vision, this journey with them, to see how the project grows, see how the project grows us or makes us grow or helps us to grow, however we do it. So there's tons of cool things that are going on in the Meta Legends project. And I'm just so happy to be involved and be able to communicate and express all these different perspectives out there to the people, to the community. So thank you all for being able to give me this opportunity to do this. And, there was something else that actually got us a little excited today. If you remember, our sandbox architect, Carol, she had a couple of friends that created some cool pieces. So I'm going to drop it up here on the screen. This was I believe in the Discord, their name was Wawa, and this is the concept art that they kind of created. So, you know, when we're looking at the concept art, we look at it at its initial form, its pre-form, and how they want to make it. And then they had, I love it. The name of the actual final, the finalized version of this is called Carol Jr. And if you just look at the picture here, it's got such a cool environment. You know, you got the neon up here in the back, you got the whole color scheme and the palettes going up. We got the different characteristics in the background. We got the cat, we got the Meta Legends up on the billboard. So many cool things. So shout out to Carol and her friends who actually developed this really cool stuff. Love the fan art. We love the community. Love it whenever we can give shout outs to people. I love giving shout outs to all the people that were involved. You know, we got Giuliano. He was on here. So we love hearing from our people. We got Lord Godson. And, you know, we also got, who else do we have out? We had Frankenstein. We had Brandstrom. We had so many great people out here. We had Matt Gaming. Lots of great people from the community that are joining in for these episodes and really cheering on, not just, you know, myself and the episode and the podcast, but cheering on the people that are appearing on here and really being their supporters as well. So, you know, there's tons of stuff that's going on in the Meta Legend Project. You've heard it here. You'll continue to hear it here. And if you want to see more about it, come join us in the Discord. We have so many different things going on. We want to share it all with you, the community. So we're going to wrap it up here. Stay tuned. We got another podcast coming out this Saturday. I might drop a little tease here and there about who it is, but the community is going to get excited about this. So make sure if you're a holder, go check out all the opportunities in the Discord about the Month of the Legends and all the giveaways that are involved in that space. And just come have fun. Come have fun. Come learn. Check out all the opportunities. And we will see you here on Saturday. Log it in, fam. Take it easy. We're out. Peace.
Yeah.